I'm going to turn the music off for this. Okay? I know, right, how dumb people in the United States of America are. I know, right? But it is a totally different calculation, right? To say, okay, I'm reading this comment from Z50. COVID-19 knows who's rich or poor? Lol. Like, the idea that we are, 8 months into this? 8 months. That is half a year plus 2 months that we have been dealing with this every single day. And this person in the chat room, whether or not they're trolling, it doesn't matter because people actually believe this. So whether or not you're trolling Z50, that doesn't matter. Satire is dead because the stupid motherfuckers believe what they're actually saying, regardless of whether or not you yourself are joking individually. But the idea that the people of this country don't understand how a coronavirus outbreak, a pandemic of a viral lethal contagion, would affect poor people disproportionately more than rich. Rich people have jobs where they can stay at home. Upper middle class people can work from their computer. A lot of people that aren't even upper middle class can work from their computer. Minorities and poor people disproportionately have to work in retail outlets and fast food because they do not have, right, a safety net. They do not have a nest egg. They are more likely to need to go work on the front lines. They're more likely to need to go work at McDonald's and therefore have a higher risk of infection. Okay? COVID does not oh, well, Donald Trump is rich, so I guess I won't infect him. That's not what COVID is doing. You stupid fucking idiot. Coronavirus is it transmits based on stupid motherfuckers who don't wear masks going into a McDonald's and infecting a worker that has to work there because if they don't work there, they lose their house, right? And again, we're already in a situation where 60% of Americans cannot pay their rent. So at least 60% of Americans, right? And we have the highest unemployment rate since the Great Depression as well, right? So at least 60% of Americans are going out doing job interviews, trying to get a job, working maybe 2 to 3 jobs, working at McDonald's for 8 hours, then going to work at Wendy's for 8 hours. Now you're saying, right? It doesn't discriminate who's rich and who's poor. Oh, Donald Trump is rich, so he must not have coronavirus. It's fake news. It's fake news, right? So you're saying to me that there is an equal rate of transmission between someone who stays at home all day and works on their MacBook Pro doing editing work for MSNBC's like background production. You're saying that person has the same risk of infection as someone who has 2 jobs in a major city, like in Austin, Texas, for example, right? Because a lot of these major transmission points are in city centers. So you're saying that someone who's working 2 jobs where they're dealing with a lot of people who don't wear masks has an equal transmission rate with someone who works at home all day and doesn't leave the house. Go fuck yourself, you stupid fuck. And the idea that we are 8 months into this pandemic in the United States and people don't know this basic information, that is an indictment on our government. And it's Trump's fault, it's Mike Pence's fault, it's Betsy DeVos's fault, right? It's Ben Carson's fault, it's Steve Mnuchin's fault, it's all of those motherfuckers' faults for not educating their fucking supporters on basic science and how basic shit spreads in a society. The idea that a human being 8 months into a pandemic doesn't understand that people working multiple jobs have a higher risk of infection than people working at home is ridiculous to me. That is disgusting. That is stupid. And you are a fucking idiot. Thank you. Anyway, let's turn the music back on.